Hello, I'm journalist and comedian James Mullinger. 6 years ago, I left London, England and moved to St. John, New Brunswick. Since then, my stand-up career has taken me to just about every town and city in Atlantic Canada, which, let's face it, has provided plenty of material. But I've also come to realise that this place is special and, crucially, underappreciated. So my wife Pam and I started a magazine, the Maritime Edit, to celebrate its natural beauty and the incredible spirit of the people here. But now, I'm embarking on a tour to meet some of Atlantic Canada's most interesting and dynamic people and chat with them about what drives and inspires them and hear what they love so much about this place that we're all so proud to call home. Today I'm in the Greater Halifax area to meet alt-pop musical sensation Neon Dreams. The band, comprised of frontman Frank Kadillac and drummer Adrian Morris, has risen from humble maritime beginnings to international acclaim. They've successfully toured North America, released one of 2019's Songs of the Summer, Sweet Dreams to Sunbeams, and won the 2020 Juno Award for Breakthrough Artist of the Year. These childhood friends, along with their broader Neon Dreams family, have been making music together for well over a decade. Through evolutions of sound and personal challenges and growth, they've stayed true to themselves and are proud to continue to call Halifax home. Today I'm meeting Neon Dreams at Dreaming Out Loud Studio in Enfield, Nova Scotia, owned by long-term collaborator and friend Corey LaRue. I'm James Mullinger, and this is Atlantic Edition. Like so many artists, Neon Dreams were in the middle of a tour when COVID hit and they were forced off the road. In recent months in lockdown, they focused on being creative, releasing new music videos, writing new tracks and working on their new album. And now they're getting ready to hit the road again. I'm excited to learn how the band amassed 20 million streams, a gold record and a Juno as a group based in Atlantic Canada, and how Frank's experience at a healing retreat healed old wounds from his troubled childhood and changed the band's focus and sound to one of hope and positivity. Here we go.
This time my friend took the easy way out, and every day I blame myself, but I still try, so take a chance, and I'll show you who I am. Good times and the bad times, yeah, the good times and the bad times.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good, great to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So nice to meet you guys. Really, really big fan of you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Wow, it's great in here.
It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
We like to have a vibe while we're recording, so
It's always a good time in here.
yeah.
Amazing. Super cool.
Yeah.
Let's chat.
Let's do it.
Lovely. So I guess the first question has to be, how did Neon Dreams begin?
Oh man,
That goes way back.
it goes way back.
Yeah.
I guess it goes back to me coming to Halifax when I was 13 and not having many friends, and my mother's boyfriend at the time showed me how to play a few chords on guitar, and like that really excited me. That's when I met Adrian. Yeah, I found him on YouTube.
Oh wow, really?
Doing drum covers on YouTube, yeah. I got a message, and basically they had a drummer that couldn't make the show, and he shot me a message like 2 days before the first show, and was like, "Hey, can you learn these like 6 songs in like 2 days?" And
Is he still that much of a taskmaster? I get the feeling that hasn't changed.
no, it didn't change at all.
So what did that feel like to be for the first kind of time that you're both on stage together? Was a really big and important show.
Well, for me, I really struggled finding a band up to that point, and it's like I couldn't find people like-minded. Was really into like modern pop rock and like modern pop punk and stuff, and like we clicked instantly on
Yeah,
that.
and I always struggled with finding people that wanted to stay committed to the band, because like I didn't really have any ambitions outside of doing music, and I wanted to find people just like me so we can like go all the way, and slowly I found the right team. Yeah.
Amazing, yeah, because it was you knew from even from 13 that this wasn't going to be a hobby. This was going to be the thing.
Yeah,
you
like
wanted to do.
this is what I do the rest of my life because it's like the only thing that makes me happy.
Right.
So, yeah.
And how has the sound evolved? Because of course, I mean, you are one of the very few bands that have this incredibly diverse, genres, and even one song can be multiple genres.
Yeah.
How did it start, and where did it end? How did it end up here?
And it's wild actually, because like as the band originally it's a group of friends. There's 4 of us, and there was a band before Neon Dreams that just broke up. Like
I think it came full circle, right?
Yeah,
it's like our roots. We had to go through all these different genres to get to where we are now, which is like drawing for what we were first playing, and then going through like dance, hip hop, and pop, and reggae and stuff like that brought us to here because we're taking from all those genres, but also doing what we did when we started when we were like 15 or 16.
Yeah. The music that we make is like literally just our journey in life. It's like we could have just changed our name and we'd never know that we did different genres, but we're like, we love this name. We don't want to give it up. And now like each era of us, there's literally history to it. This is a whole other era we're just walking into, and it's amazing to see.
Thank you guys for watching this stuff.
So what was it like getting that very first gold record?
Man, we were touring nonstop then,
Yeah.
and I just I can't even pinpoint where we were when we found out.
Because we just got back from LA. As soon as we got there, we were like, we got to do music for the rest of our lives. This is so awesome. I wanted to write about that feeling of while we were walking on Santa Monica beach, and it just came out that way. It felt like 1,000 marching bands, and then we got a new manager, and he's like, "This song's amazing," and I know, and like we were just joking, like, "Oh man, we should probably get like Cardi on this. He'd probably tear it up." He's like, "I know him. I'll send it to him." And then like 2 days later, he sends back a verse, and then we're like, "All right, this is real." And we released it, started getting crazy playlisting, and then we sent it to radio, and it just like went off.
I bet you never knew. We met on Ocean Avenue. Right down to Santa Monica. It's where our souls first touched. Felt like 1,000 marching bands.
We were like, we've never done this before, and we don't have a relationship with anybody in radio. And our manager was just like, let's hit up every single radio station from Halifax to BC. And we got in a car and just like,
We wanted to go everywhere, and a lot of people thought we were crazy for doing it because like bands haven't done that since like the 80s.
Right.
They haven't like hopped in vans and visited every single radio station. We just drove and just like shook hands with every single person we could.
Gave people like Tim Hortons. The East Coast, we have like
We had a lobster.
Lobster
We had a
clauses.
keychain lobster, and we would give them to the radio people.
Yeah.
Just a little taste of the East Coast.
Yeah, our kindness got us really far.
Yeah.
It's where our souls first touched. Felt like 1,000 marching bands.
But that is a uniquely East Coast work ethic, because when you, especially in a creative field here, you need to have that get up and go, that drive, because no one's going to do it for you. It's not like elsewhere where someone can, call in a favor with a radio station. Graft is the only way, right?
I had this conversation with one of our first sound guys the other day, and he went on to do like building stages for like Shawn Mendes and Imagine Dragons and like a bunch of massive acts. And he was saying there's people from the East Coast grind almost 10 times harder than anywhere else because there isn't quite as much opportunity here. So when they're given that opportunity, they go full force.
But there must have been a moment when you won the Juno this year, and congratulations, by the way. Well deserved, and I think everyone was celebrating for you when that happened. There must have been a moment then when you were like, okay, well we can sit back a bit now.
Yeah. If you look at our Instagram, this video, like We weren't even like expecting it, but I think Corey's mom was recording a video or something. I don't know who was doing it.
All our parents and everybody close to us like wanted to get together to like watch it, and I don't think we were like extremely confident that we were gonna win. And
just happy that we were even nominated. We're
yeah.
like, this is good enough. If we don't get anything, and like we can at least say we're nominated. And then like Neon Dreams, and then like you just like everything just started shaking. Like the whole house was just like.
You write about and you sing about and you perform about important things that have kind of happened to you both in your lives. When did you first start getting insomnia, and how did that kind of affect you?
I was in LA and I couldn't sleep, and then I started like hallucinating and shit. Like it was messed up. I was like, I'm going crazy, and I told my manager like, I need some help. They helped me with a lot of things, like more than just like the insomnia part. Like 'cause they went back to like my childhood and just like peeled away everything that made me who I am.
How was it that you managed to kind of reconcile that terrifying process with creativity and then creating something so beautiful out of such darkness?
Yeah. The first thing they got me to do was like to forgive the people that hurt me, and to accept that things like this happen and you can move past it. And that's the approach I put into the songs. It's like, this is what happened, this is how I got above it, or I'm still hopeful to be better. And it really resonates with a lot of our fans. Like every message we get from like new fans is like, you guys help me get through what I'm going through. And that's all I want to do.
Honestly, they're like my brothers. You know, being together for most of our lives, we see each other more than we see our own family. I get to see Frank develop as this amazing songwriter, amazing performer, and this just went from me seeing him in the music room when we went to school together, and the evolution of Adrian and becoming, you know, one of the best drummers I know, and the work and the dedication that they have to this goal. Honestly, I feel like it is my goal to help fulfill Frank and Adrian's purpose, and I really do think that is helping people and using what they create to create a little bit of happiness in the world and hopefully be the light in some people's lives.
So where did the name Neon Dreams come from?
It started off as like City of Dreams, and then our manager, Matt, he was in the band at the time too. He's just like kind of like, what about Neon Dreams?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think Neon City was thrown in there once too.
Yeah, Neon City, yeah, and I didn't even like it. I was like, man, because City of Dreams is my idea.
You were kind of opposing it for some time.
Yeah, like a full week.
How often do they still remind you of that fact?
Or no?
Yeah.
But I think Neon Dreams also just like kind of like described our inspiration at the time, because I think our inspiration was at the highest point it was, and also it kind of fit the sound of the music.
Amazing. I know you're both fans of 90s coming of age soundtracks and inspiring movies. As a child of the 80s, I collect 80s soundtracks.
Oh, nice.
It's my thing. So I brought you both a couple from my collection that I would love to gift you, so that you can start your 80s soundtrack collection. And of course, the thing with the 80s is that the movies were never inspiring as such. They were simply about being funny. So there's two there for you, Frank.
Oh, yeah, Beverly Hills Cop.
I brought these for you, Adrian.
That's wild. Running Scared.
All movies that I loved watching, and again, these soundtracks, they might not inspire you, but they will make you happy.
Whoopi Goldberg.
And that's what it's all about.
Here, like, I feel like I spent like 90% of my childhood in this whole area. Because that's the first music venue we ever played a show in right there.
Oh, no way.
That
So
concrete
that used to be
box
called
right there.
well, it's called the Pavilion, right?
Yeah.
And that's where we played all our. That's our first show together.
Our first show
together is right in there.
That was the, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so we are literally standing in a place of history right now.
Yeah.
So you guys are obviously on the road a lot in normal times. Like, what do you love about coming back to Halifax?
I think this is the first time we had like a summer here.
Yeah,
in a long time.
You know, like 3 years. And I like coming back to the people.
Yeah.
Just like the atmosphere, the nature the most.
Yeah.
You know, like it's probably like the most beautiful place I've been to in Canada.
Well, it's that thing where you get the best of both worlds here.
Yeah.
You've got, it feels like a city, but you've also got some of those beautiful scenery around.
Exactly.
You know, what are your favorite things to do in the city?
Canteen in Dartmouth is definitely up there. Also, Press Gang's great.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of great food in Halifax. And just like the atmosphere, like nothing feels like it. Like we always say, like if you go out for like entertainment, like nightlife stuff, there's no other city like this.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's just a vibe. Everybody's friendly still, like even in like the nightlife world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You like lose your coat at the end of the night, someone else will give you theirs, you know?
It's true, certainly,
It's pretty cool.
You leave your phone, you know it's going to be there when you get back. Right? That doesn't happen. Leave your credit card, no one's going to use it.
That's funny, man. I had someone steal my phone one time, and they called me the next morning and be like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I stole your phone." And they had me drive to his house the next day and give it to me, like out of regret.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I mean, even the criminals feel guilty here. That's amazing. And what's next for you guys? I know you've got album, tour, like tell me about both and tell me about how it's all kind of coming together.
I think it's a project that we're both extremely proud of, just like going back to our roots and all the music we played growing up. Like,
we been since the like lockdown and all that, we just started reflecting on our childhood a lot, and we wanted to bring back all the sounds. It's just like a coming of age soundtrack to our life. And
so many situations that have been kind of like a letdown for us that we've kind of learned how to flip it into a positive every single time. Like the first thing that we thought of wasn't, oh no, all our tours are canceled. It's like, oh yeah, we got all this time to work on our album now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that's something that keeps us going too, is like when you get kicked down, it's like flipping it and looking at the positive side of it.
Right. It's true. And of course, the greatest thing about being in Atlantic Canada now as artists, as touring artists, is of course that we're basically the only place in the world right now that has opened up.
Yeah.
And of course that means that you guys can actually go on tour. You are the first touring band in Canada, possibly the world, to be able to go back on the road now. How does that feel?
Before we even started a band, I think we were both obsessed with watching live shows of our like favorite bands, and that's something we've always wanted to do. So when we weren't able to do it, it kind of like, you know, it punched us in the gut, and the fact that we can do it again now means the world to us.
That's amazing. Well, I cannot wait to see you on the road. I can't wait to come and see a live show, and I can't thank you enough for spending the day with me. Thank you very much. Cheers. Appreciate it.
So much.
Great guys. Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Let's check out this skate park.
When I'm with you, I start to recover all the good times and the bad times. Yeah, the good times and the bad times. Yeah, one of these days I'll call you my lover. 'Cause when I'm with you, I start to recover all the good times and the bad times. Yeah, the good times and the bad times. Yeah, one of these days I'll call you my lover. 'Cause when I'm with you, I start to recover, yeah. I don't know just who I'm supposed to be, but Lord knows we both need a victory.